Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days. It's a joke, you idiot.
Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a beautiful day in Astoria, Queens. With me, as always, is my enigmatic co-host, my man with the plan, my number two, Mr. Dominic Leonelli.
yeah. I like how our relationships get closer and closer as I'm always asking you legal advice.
That's true, dude. That's true.
Dylan knows me better than everybody.
I got one buddy from college who only calls me. He'll call me at like 9 a.m. And I'm like, I always know. I go, what did you do?
Yeah.
What happened?
Does gunpowder stay on for a week?
He's like, oh, I'm just calling to say hi. But also, what happens?
Yeah.
What's the sentence for tax evasion? And I'm like, all right, I knew that was coming. Okay.
Dude, I'm excited, man.
This is a great episode.
This is dope, man. We're coming out of the box a little bit. New changes here at Troublemakers Incorporated.
We typically always have comics on, if you guys have been loyal listeners. And we got a new kind of area that this guest is coming from. It was such a good episode. We went long, 90 minutes. So everybody who's been commenting, we want longer episodes. Here you go, baby. You got a long episode here.
You got the banger, man. We got we touched some bases. We asked some hard-hitting questions, too.
I thought so.
We got the truth, the inside scoop on professional wrestling.
I'm excited, man. Well, anyway, let's get right into it, huh?
Yep, let's do it.
Before we do, if you're watching, listening, rate, review, subscribe. Dude, leave some comments. I appreciate the interactions we've been getting. We've been getting some good ones.
Yeah.
Some hateful ones towards me, but you know what? It's kind of what we asked for. So, you know, I appreciate it. And let's get right into it with our guest, Vinny Pacifico. You know.
Oh, cool.
We'll do that.
We live yet?
Yeah, we're
fuck.
going.
Let's start.
But we just kind of start rolling now. Cool. What we noticed in the past is when we do an intro, we'll be fucking chatting like this, and then we'll be like, hang on, and do this intro, and it just stops all conversation, and then we're like, so, how are you? And it's like, that's pretend.
I didn't see selfie, but you got the selfie, right?
Oh, yeah,
we got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you for
Dude,
having
this
me.
is cool. This is a little different. The first non-comedian that technically, just meeting you, you're a funny guy, but
Thank you.
we always have stand-up comics and we've wanted to branch out. So this is fucking sick, dude. I'm excited.
So am I.
Can you tell the people a little bit about what you do, what you're
Okay. So I am a world-traveled professional wrestler.
sick.
And now an actor. I've fallen into...
Congratulations.
Thank you. I've gotten the opportunity to start acting. You know, it's kind of very similar, you know, wrestling and acting. So it's like, it works. Very, very blessed this last year. I've gotten to do some amazing things. I've had an opportunity to work for WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, Evolve Wrestling, and then last year I had pay-per-view with New Japan Pro Wrestling. That was in America, but then I went to Japan and worked for Michinoku Pro, which was a very, very big company in Japan. And this year I toured Finland, England, and France to wrestle, obviously. But I made a honeymoon out of it, brought my wife with me.
Oh, no way.
Hey, congrats, dude.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that was amazing. She's the most supportive woman, and I will mention again how that's so important for success. You know, her mother died the first of last year, and I got booked for AEW Wednesday, 3 days later, and the funeral was then, and she told me to go.
Wow.
Yeah. So having a supportive partner has definitely gotten to be where I am.
Yeah.
Or helped immensely. And also it's less stress too. When you have someone who supports you and wants you to succeed as opposed to...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Some girl
absolutely.
go, you're going, what are you doing? Chasing your dreams?
Yeah, if you
None
got
of that, right?
if you date the women that Dom dates, they're like, you're going out and doing comedy again?
Yeah.
Why don't you take me out for fucking cookies?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we doing?
I'm going to stab you with this letter opener. The cocaine was fake.
The girls I date, they're like, no, please go out and do your thing.
right,
Thank you. Okay. So who are you wrestling for now?
I wrestle, right now, I'm a free agent. So I wrestle wherever.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere that I would, if you email me, you know, if I want the booking, take it. If not, I also have a lot of promotions who I work for all the time.
That's
like
sick.
Pro Wrestling Magic in New Jersey, New South in Alabama, CCW in Florida, TWE in Tennessee. You got DOA in Oregon. The list goes on.
That's
right.
Okay. So this is and excuse my ignorance, but this is also why I kind of wanted to to kind of talk about this is so like I grew up and I'm sure you too like watching WWF now WWE. That was like we'd watch that on TV, obsessed with it, collecting the action figures. So how does like in the wrestling world, would you say that that's like the peak, and then there's all these different like promotions? Are they like leagues kind of? Would you, if you were comparing it to like baseball or football, it's like AAA, AA, single A kind of stuff?
Yes. So I'm AAA basically. Like,
okay.
I mean, I get paid, so I really wouldn't say it's AAA.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, if you're a AAA baseball player, you're still like a professional, or I guess, I don't know, like the G League. Like,
I don't know. How do I put, I mean, a lot of guys making full-time livings off doing non-television wrestling. You know what I mean? But a lot of the time, I'm on television, like, wrestling freelance. So it's like, I would just say maybe it's an alternative to WWE and AEW, right? Like, there's so many companies all over the world, and a lot of fans like prefer to watch like independent wrestling as opposed to TV. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of, I've seen like clips and stuff. I watch YouTube and it feels more real. It feels like,
it's intimate.
Shit. Yeah. Like,
and you get to chill with the wrestlers. I always felt like it was almost like comedy. Like the bigger your draw, the bigger audiences, like you'll eventually get a bigger draw.
Yes.
Like same way as comedians, you're making money. You might have one thing on TV here, maybe some access TV, like when you're starting out.
Yeah. Like, like for example, I've worked for WWE before. I've worked for AEW.
I was stepping into WWE, chasing this since you were 14.
Yeah.
Was that like knees shaking, nervous?
So actually,
fucking pissing my pants, dude.
I'll tell the story. I trained by Ring of Honor. So Ring of Honor was like the third biggest company in the whole world. Yeah. They trained me pretty much. So like I got to work on TV for them. I worked in Madison Square Garden. I worked in stadiums in Dallas, all over Texas, California, Florida. So I've had a lot of TV experience.
Yeah.
Being when I was very young, so I've used the same experience I had with TV for WWE. But I had a. I'll just say it. Whatever. So
I love that.
It's a beautiful story. You never know who knows who, right? Because again, WWE and what I'm doing are very connected. Yeah. WWE has their hand on everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
They know exactly what I'm doing, right? So, I had a match in Kansas City against a very, very talented wrestler named Jeremy. He knew somebody from WWE. I told him I was booked to be there the next week, and he made a phone call from me and said, "This kid Vinny's really, really good. Give him a shot." I was staying at EC3's house. He was in WWE, TNA world champion. He's amazing. I was staying in his house. I got a text the next morning. So it was me, EC3, and Moose in the gym training legs the day before. And I'm like,
damn, legs they're
before
monsters. Wrestling?
They're monsters.
Legs before WWE, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, and they're monster people. They're gigantic. Moose was in NFL, right?
Oh,
He
yeah.
played for the NFL. EC3 is also a monster. If you see him after this interview, or he's gigantic. If you know who he is already, his legs are like tree trunks. But so we're training legs. Go to his house, watch a movie, and I wake up the next morning and I say, "Hey, good luck tonight. I'll see you on TV." I'm like, what? I didn't know I was booked on. You know what I'm saying? Like I was booked to be there, right?
Is it this guy?
That.
That's Moose. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Guy's huge. Holy shit.
Look at EC3. EC3. He's a big
With a
reason
name
why.
like Moose, you're pushing weight.
Oh, yeah.
You can't.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Phenomenal people.
Another big dude. 6'2", of course.
So going there, knowing like, okay, I might have a spot to do a match. Like, this is gonna be crazy, right?
Yeah.
But again, like, I had TV experience, so I kind of was ready for anything. But yeah, so it was very scary too.
And
like,
you didn't even know who you'd be going against.
I had no idea about anything. Usually, you don't.
Damn.
Very cool opportunity. I get backstage, my phone's blowing up. You know what I mean? It was such a beautiful. I mean,
Sick.
I love like how WWE runs things. They're very professional. They're very TV driven. I learned a lot being there. And yeah, so I'm very blessed. I get to do the things I've done. like talking about it. You know, I don't know if as a talent, we don't know how good we're doing until we talk about it, or people tell us, "Oh, it's so cool." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Half the time I'm miserable and I'm mad at myself for not being far. You know what I'm saying? But
I gotta do more push-ups.
Yeah, right. But like I am blessed and I'm lucky to be where I am and have the opportunities that I have. You know, in 2 weeks, like I'm going to be on TV in Puerto Rico, for WWC wrestling, and
that's sick, dude.
It's gonna be really cool. Yeah, so like we get it. Like there's levels obviously to independent wrestling. There's TV independent wrestling. There's non-TV. There's just like so many different levels, but. You know, you never know what can come up with. Like, there's some events that aren't on TV, but things go viral on social media, right?
Yeah.
And then some events on TV that, you know, are seen by thousands of people. Like, when I'm in Puerto Rico, it's going to be on TV in Puerto Rico on the biggest channel, and also all the Spanish channels in America. So, you know what I'm saying? You never know who's watching. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you don't. And that there really is, like, what you were just saying, there really is so many parallels with comedy. Because what you, like, really... Like you said, there are guys who are making their living who, you know, aren't, you know, on TV, and that's how they do it. How many dudes, dude? It's almost like you go to Thanksgiving, right? And your family's like, so have you gotten late night yet? Or like SNL, or, you know, what? If you're not selling out the garden, you're a failure. But it's like, no, dude, like, you know how many guys are just like road features and like making a living, and they headline, and they're doing what they love to do. And, you know, that's the dream, honestly.
And even the excitement, like, dude, going to Puerto Rico, like, and wrestling, reaching out. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have kids inspired. All these little Puerto Rican kids all inspired.
I hope so. I mean, I just got back from a European tour. I did.
Yeah, you were just in London, right?
Did you say France, too?
France. So it was Finland, England, and France in August. And then I did another one, November. I did Netherlands, Romania, Germany, Hungary was on television. Sadly I pulled off that event because I fell down the stairs in my Airbnb.
Get the fuck out of here.
Their legs too much. Dude, France, you had to feel like, because that's where Andre the Giant's from, right? Was that like a little bit? I think he's from there.
I think so. And France was wild.
Yeah,
France was so cool. The crowd was
wrestling, smoking cigarettes and shit.
Inside, yeah.
It was so cool.
Eat your fish.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no.
What are you talking about? Are they big fish people?
Yeah, Paris got a French. Fish,
France is so cool. I say, like, you know, again, I love to travel, and I love to, like, enjoy the culture of wherever I am. Yeah. France, I would say, one of my favorite country besides America.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, and then Germany, because Germany was freaking wild.
Dude, I bet, dude. Oh, yeah. Are you sober, or you drink still?
I don't drink at all.
No, you don't drink.
No.
You've never drank?
I mean, I have for my bachelor party and my wedding.
Okay. Okay.
If I'm, I'll tell a funny story. Last week I drank with my wife. I had 2 champagne glasses on a little cruise over in Hungary. Right. I still went to Hungary.
Oh man, saying it humble.
Yeah. I still went to Hungary. Right. Like I still did Hungary. Like because I was gonna be there anyway for the show. But I the day before I'm like, hey guys, you know my ankle still really hurts.
Damn.
And I got called to do a movie Tuesday. I'll get into that. But I got called to do all these other things, and I don't want to jeopardize those things from my ankle, and I just wanted to be safe, right? Mm-hmm. But I was still in Hungary, right? So my wife said, all right, let's do this little cruise. We'll on the water at nighttime. We'll see the city and stuff like that. I had 2 champagnes, right? And I got tipsy, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
It was quick. I don't drink. So we go in a taxi after, and they charged me. Like, I didn't ask the price because I really, Hungary is very cheap. So every taxi was like 3,000 HUF, which would be like $8, right?
Yeah.
In American. So I didn't think anything of it. It was a 5-minute taxi drive. I didn't think anything of it. I paid, went to my Airbnb, and went to my room, looked at my Apple Pay. It was 17,000 HUF, which is like $50.
Damn. Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like,
what a ripoff.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I wouldn't do that to anybody.
He's seen that tipsiness in you.
Yeah. He saw those. He was like, I smell champagne, dude. This guy's paying $50, dude.
Yeah.
So so you just don't drink.
Never really drank. No. Okay. Never drank. Never smoked. You know, I started at 14 wrestling, so I really didn't have it. I missed my prom. I just didn't stop. I had a dream, and I didn't stop. And nothing stopped me from doing it. I missed funerals. I missed weddings. I missed party. It's when you have a dream, you miss a lot of things. Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right. Do you remember your first match, like how you got into it?
My first match ever. I was in a so funny. I was in a Royal. I actually said this story yesterday. It's a funny story. I was in a Royal Rumble match with Drew McIntyre. He is the former WWE champion.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he's still on TV every week. He was in the Royal Rumble with me. In New York. This was in New York.
And these are adults too? Or no? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Dude, because you get thrown around. I mean, 14 to an adult, there's
I
a
was
major
16 then.
difference.
I trained 2 years before I started.
16
still.
Even
dude.
that's like an adult man, 22-year-old to a 16-year-old.
Yeah. I don't know how old he
Major
was at the
difference.
time, but he was in WWE, left WWE, now he's back, right?
Right.
He was WWE champion like last year. But great guy. He was in the ring. My entrance comes on. My first match ever in front of my family's there, my friends are there, and I fall right on my face in my entrance.
Damn. What, you tripped?
I have a video of it too if you want to air that later on.
Oh my
But
God, dude.
Someone, I think Drew McIntyre drank water in his entrance before and I was after him, and I freaking slid on my ass. Yeah.
That adrenaline coming in, you're like, let's fucking go.
People taping, your mother watching.
Yeah, your family's like,
Vinny, no.
2 years of training. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I thought and then I bled in the ring. I got some guy tossed me around. I fell on my face. My full face is like busted open.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, you know what though? That's fucking sick. That's so.
And you were
cool.
loving
story.
it though. You weren't like,
Oh,
I gotta quit this shit. It ain't for me.
All about it.
Damn, that's
All about
what's
it.
up.
I mean, that's kind of the coolest thing though. If you can
yeah.
if you start bleeding in the ring, you just do like wild shit, like rub it on your face and shit, and you're like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Like I remember I had a match in Rhode Island, and the guy kicked me in the face, and the sound sounded like a baseball bat hit a baseball, and I remember just blacking out, waking up, seeing blood in my hands, and then finished the match. But like,
Damn.
yeah, it
Oh,
sucked.
shit.
It sucked. That I remember hearing that. Like, yeah.
You guys are so so technical with, honestly, probably some of the greatest athletes in any sport with how technical you are with these moves. Is there a time that you've been hit like the hardest or the most painfully where you were like, oh God damn? Was it that kick in the
That sucked.
head?
I knocked me out, so I was out for a minute. But
And getting knocked out and having to finish. I mean, I've been knocked out before too in the ring. And dude, I was talking to people I didn't even remember. Did you even really remember finishing the match?
I remember finishing the match. It was actually a really fun
That
match.
takes some heart, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it. A lot of the time, I just go through things and I'm like, how did that even happen?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just some kid from Staten Island, and it's like, it's just things are just. I'm very blessed to be able to. You know, I look back and I'm like, how did I do this? How did I do that? It just comes down to just hard work and believing in yourself and betting on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
sick, dude.
It really does. But being hit the hardest. That's one of them. I had a match for Evolve on pay-per-view.
Okay.
I think it's currently on. Maybe it's not anymore because WB Network. They have a catalog. That match is on there. It's me versus John Davis. He punted me in the back, and my whole hands and feet went numb.
God damn, dude.
Man, and you got that broke tailbone, so that's not to fuck with.
That was when I was in high school. I was 16 then.
Yeah, but you know that injury's still there.
It sucked. And I had to sit in the classroom like on one cheek. You know what I mean? It was
On a pillow,
Bro.
It was so bad.
I have an impacted vertebrae. That
Kicked
shit.
you so bad your
Yeah.
spine went numb.
It was rough.
That's
Dude,
brutal.
I feel like that type of pain is always there too. Like you got sometimes you probably don't feel like wrestling. Like sometimes I don't want to do stand up, but at least I could just go bomb. Like I could just get through it. But you got to go.
Yeah.
It's like all right, you got to go.
The hardest is when you're flying across the country, wrestle, and then fly back, wrestle again. You know what I'm saying? It's,
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you go and do a match in California, and then they're like, okay, you got another one tomorrow in New York.
You got to fly out.
Good
yeah.
luck.
And,
And
we
sleep on the
Japan
plane.
and shit.
Oh,
16 hours, right?
Japan was wild.
Yeah, that's sick.
France was cool. France was cool because like we flew to Finland first for the show in Finland. Did all that. Actually, I gotta mention this. I wrestled for the Helsinki Metal Festival. It's a huge thing out there in Finland.
Oh, yeah.
It was like metal concert, wrestling show, back to the concert, wrestling event. It was just like back and forth all day.
That's cool.
It in like the Helsinki Stadium. It was so cool. and I think it aired on Fight TV last week. But so we flew to Finland, did that, flew to England, did that, and then flew to France. But like it was times where like I had time to like recuperate like a few days before each show. Japan was wild because I flew out Christmas morning last year for Japan.
Oh, that's dedication.
I miss Christmas. Yeah. But Japan's destination for wrestlers. They want to be there. Like it's one of the best places to wrestle in the world.
Oh really? Yeah. I'm sure, dude. They're huge fans of wrestling in Japan. I love Japan, dude. I
had
a great time. Yeah.
How good that place? Come on,
Sapporo. Yeah, dude. And the people are so cool too, man. It's incredible.
They care. They want to help you.
Yeah.
Some countries that like in Hungary, I was kind of like talking English, but trying to like get them to understand what I'm trying to say, and they really didn't like try to understand what I was saying.
Right.
But France, they're very nice in France. Some people say French people aren't nice.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because I've only heard that French people are like...
They were great to us.
You know,
well,
not
you're a wrestler,
polite, not friendly.
Yeah.
They're afraid you'll slam them down.
But Japan, they want to help. Japan, they care. They want to help you get to where you got to get. You know what I mean? Like, they make it easy for you to be like, hey, can you please help me get, I need to know where this place is, and they point you the right time. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, is really cool. So if I'm in New York and someone doesn't speak English and they ask me a question, I'm going to try to help them. You know what I mean? I just think it's the right thing to do.
Did you have to convince your parents and when you started wrestling, were they like, no, don't do it? Like, you can't. I remember when I was boxing, that was the biggest thing.
Really?
Yeah, you can't, like, you got to hide it, first until they realize you're going to do it.
Yeah.
I will say, I played football for years. My dad was my coach. So
damn.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, he's a quarterback too. He played for College Point.
Get out. Yeah. Damn, dude.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, like, I love football, but like I'm a wrestling fan at heart forever, and I kind of want to try this.
Right.
And I wasn't starting quarterback. I got some plays here and there, but I wasn't starting. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I kind of want to just try wrestling because I feel like I don't want to go through life with regrets. I had a dream to be a wrestler. I did a meet and greet and met Brian Danielson in New York City. Asked him for advice. He was very passionate, very motivating, and that was it. I wanted to be a wrestler after that.
Nice.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the world. So after that, like Dad, he supported me, drove me to practice. I couldn't drive at 14, so he drove me to practice. He was so supportive, and I'm very lucky to have that because again, like some people don't have that. Some people are like, oh, go to school and do this. But he was you know what I'm saying, and it takes a while to really make them proud.
Yeah,
I think he was proud of me since day one, but like still like getting to be on television, he watched me on TV, went from home. Really makes him feel validated that his faith in me
he's bragging about you all the time.
Yeah, dude, are you kidding me?
My son's a wrestler, no matter what goes on.
Yep.
People, that's lovely, man. That's what's up.
That's so sick.
It's cool. There's funny stories to be told here, so I kind of want to give that to you guys because it's a lot of funny shit that happens in my life.
Yeah.
But like, no, he's very supportive, and that was he got in the ring once, tried.
I want to support you, son.
He got in the ring, tried a little move, never again. Yeah, he's a great man, my father. I love him. He was a firefighter, so he wanted me to be a firefighter. I'm like, I don't know. I think for me, you live once. I want to do what I want to do.
Right.
And I will do everything I can to do that. You know what I mean? And it's not easy, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You guys doing comedy, it's not easy, right?
What do you think gave you that mindset? Because I could tell you are driven with that. And to be 14 at a young age, it took me till I was 26 to start taking comedy serious. Mm-hmm. I think to be that ahead, did something happen to where you're like, oh, this is why I got to do it?
I don't know. I was 14. I was just so driven and nothing stopped me.
Was it, you think, from seeing your dad be a quarterback and all that, seeing he was able to do his stuff?
He was a firefighter since I was born. He played quarterback for college, and then that was it for him, right? They became a window washer and then a firefighter. And
damn, he was doing the buildings, the window washer
in Queens.
Damn, your dad's got some big gorilla nuts.
He's from Queens.
Oh man,
gorilla nuts.
That's a fucking Italian dude you don't want to fuck with.
He's a great man. I love him to death. But I'm lucky I have a lot of his good attributes. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. what motivated me. I just wanted to be the best I could be. You know, I don't know.
It's great.
There's something in me that just made me not want to stop ever, no matter what, and nothing stopped me. You know, like I didn't let any parties stop me. I've had girlfriends who didn't support me. You know, I choose wrestling. You know, and now I'm married. My wife is so supportive of me, and I'm blessed I'm so blessed for that because, you know, it's like her mother passed away. Like I said, and she told me to go to wrestle on TV like that week. Damn. And it was just like, I missed the funeral. And it's like, I was actually on the phone with my dad in the car before, and I told him that story because he went for me to the funeral. He was there. And I was like, she really supported me through all that. And that's just crazy to me. I you know what I'm saying?
That is huge, man.
Yeah.
I never met a woman that'd do that for me.
It's
me neither. Yeah, dude, that is nuts.
You can't tell your little fucking jokes.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the
They're
biggest
funny jokes though. Come on.
That is the biggest thing, man. Especially with comedy, is like you start dating a girl, and I'm sure when you were like before you met your wife, you know, women love comedians when they first meet you. You know, you meet a girl after a show. They love the lifestyle.
Yeah.
They're like, you're so fun. You're so free.
Dollar pizza tastes good.
And then, dude, like 3-4 months in, you're like, yeah, it's Tuesday at 9 and I got to go and do like 2-3 shows. I'll be back at 1. And they get tired of it quick. They're like, are we going to have a date night? Like, what's going on?
What's crazy is...
And they don't like it. They're like, you don't take anything seriously.
Yeah.
It's like, you knew this about me. You knew this from the beginning.
You think I'm joking? No, I'm not. No, actually, she met me when I was working for Ring of Honor on television, so she saw the really cool shit at first.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Up. Yeah.
She saw everything cool up front, and then eventually COVID happened. I stopped working for them. And then I gained weight. COVID slowed down a little bit, so I was not
enjoying life.
Yeah, I was during COVID. I was just chilling. You know, I was chubbier. You know, I was doing my whatever. And she stayed. She didn't care. She stayed with me, and I was like, "This is how I know she's the one," because she saw me on television. She saw me do these awesome things, and now now it's COVID. And now I'm not doing these awesome things. She's still with me, so that's how I knew. Like, okay, this is the one.
And then you're back to doing the awesome things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could talk about the thing that I'm a huge fan of. When you talk about like law of attraction, and are you able to bring anything up? About
the
that?
movie?
Yeah.
I mentioned that. That's this Tuesday. I'm filming a continuation of The Secret.
So cool.
Yeah. So my manager, I have an entertainment manager, who does my sponsorship deals, my movies or whatever it may be. His name is Tony Dreammaker Doty. He's a great guy.
Dreammaker,
yeah.
dude. Well, Italian dude right there.
Very Italian.
Hey, you got to cut the body up with wires.
Is he from Staten Island too?
New Jersey. Yeah,
of
close
course,
enough.
dude. Of course. He comes in and his pitch is like, I'm the Dreammaker.
Yeah,
and
that's
you're
who I
like,
am.
I'm in, dude.
You're my guy.
Sign me up. Where's the contract?
Looks like you broke your
Let's
hand 3
go.
times.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It worked. He's a family friend of mine. And
He also sells coffins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give you a good deal. What are you, 6 foot?
He's actually done some amazing things, and he's a producer in movies now. So he's bringing me. He got me an opportunity to be part of that film. So we're filming a continuation of The Secret, and that's this Tuesday. I'm flying out to Miami for that. And that's gonna be something that I'm very excited for. It's like my first ever major film.
Hell yeah, dude! Congratulations,
Thank you.
dude.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's fucking huge.
Thank you.
That's very cool, dude. Just the way you've been talking about, dude, motivated since 14. I mean, I can't think of a better person to be in The Secret, you know?
Right,
You
yeah,
fucking,
100%.
you envision it. You're motivating me, dude. I got to
I'm
get my
telling
life
you.
together after this podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm a mess. I'm a mess.
I gotta start, writing my goals down. That's been my, for like months, I've been like, just write your goals down,
Yeah,
dude.
tape them to the wall.
Write those big goals.
It helped. One thing for me was like, I don't know, like doing things now. I hate waiting.
Yeah.
Right. So like whatever I could do now to get ahead, or whatever I could do now to be better than I was yesterday, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Whether it's the gym, stretching, physical therapy, that's a huge thing. I try to always get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
I was in Europe and my body's wrecked. We did a lot of walking. 'Cause my wife does. She's not a wrestler, so she just wants to do all the fun travel stuff.
Yeah.
After you've been slammed on a table.
Exactly.
Let's go look at the Eiffel Tower.
The next day. Oh, Eiffel Tower. I'm like, okay, here we go, honey. But
My back's just swollen. It's okay, babe.
well, she wanted to walk to the top. Get the fuck out of here.
Those stairs? Are you crazy,
Walk to
dude?
the top. I said, no. I said, I'll pay the $30 to take an elevator up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
I can't walk up that.
Oh my god.
That's like my back, and then walk down. Get out of here.
Yeah.
We actually ran down because the lights go on at a certain time, and we want to miss it. But it was fun. France is cool. Germany was wild. Literally, like the food is so good.
Yeah.
Netherlands was cool
Them
too.
Schnitzels or whatever they got.
Schnitzel.
Yeah.
I had like 3 of those. She ate was bratwurst. All she ate the whole trip. It was good though. What was that? Romania was cool. Romania felt like home because they took care of us. Like they
Right, it's real
hotel
similar to
room.
Italian too, right? Isn't it?
A little the hospitality was because they covered like usually when you book me like hotel flight whatever, but they covered all my meals. It just felt so like hospitable,
Yeah.
It felt really nice. So, but they treated me really really good in Romania.
That's cool. My buddy's from Romania. He born in Romania, grew up in Israel, and
wow.
he lives in the States now. We work together in Boston, but he's a judo black belt.
Oh my gosh!
So that's what he did, and he almost went to the Olympics. He told me he was like. He used to train with Ronda Rousey when she was going to the Olympics. They were all on the same team together. He wrestled in like an Ivy League,
Very cool.
He's got this story. He like missed the Olympics by one match. It was he was telling me he was like it was brutal, but Ronda Rousey goes and she comes back and she wins, I think like silver or something.
Wow.
And they do this booze cruise. He showed me, he's like, she would be so pissed if like, this is years later now. She's already blown up and everything. And he's like, she'd be so pissed if she knew I had this photo still. But he is shirtless on this booze cruise wearing her medal and they're just like wasted.
Oh my
All of them
gosh.
are so drunk.
Damn.
And he's just like, yeah, dude, everyone was buying them drinks and they were just like, oh, Olympian. Oh, yeah, get over here. But like, yeah, that Romanian.
That did it for him, right?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
You wear that medal, it's like
You wear that medal, you're like, oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
you should, I won my first championship belt, and I wore it to freaking Thanksgiving.
Of course,
blame you.
dude. Of course. Are you kidding me? That would be so sick. How scary is it to be on the top rope and being like, I'm about to fucking jump off this top rope?
That's getting. I mean,
That would
in
terrify.
training,
I couldn't even do it.
In tra-
Physically, I can't even do it.
in
if I wanted
training,
to.
that's not. I mean, compared to this, in training, we had to squat on the top rope, do squats,
Yeah.
while people run the ropes.
Wow.
That shit sucked.
They just get that fear out of you. They're like, you're gonna work out up here. You're gonna.
If
This
you
is your
fall,
home.
if you fall, you hit in the concrete floor.
God,
Damn.
So you got no choice. You know what I'm saying?
dude, yeah.
that's you don't even think about that. But like, I guess if you're in front of a crowd of people, or you think you're like an MSG, you're in an arena, you know, and you're like, yeah, climbing up a ladder and jumping off, like the adrenaline of everybody
Yeah.
cheering. But you got to do that shit in practice when no one's watching. That's scary as hell.
It's scary.
Oh.
It's also worse when you're just tired getting from your regular job. It's training. Like I used to do construction years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I'd have to finish that and go train and carrying sheetrock all day, doing all
Yeah,
this shit,
I've done that. It's fine. That's
and
a
then go
tough
train
job.
and then do squats on top rope. Get the
God.
shit out of here, But you push through, right?
Makes you, dude. That's why. Like, I went to law school after I did landscaping for a whole summer
Mm-hmm.
in college, and I was like, I can't fucking do this, dude. I cannot do this.
Yeah.
I saw like my life 25 years in the future, and I was like, I gotta fucking. I've talked about that. I didn't get a job at. I tried to get an internship at Enterprise Rental Car.
Okay.
and they turned me down, and
Oh,
I was
gosh.
like, what the. Thank you. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck, dude? What am I doing
Yeah.
with my life?
I'm coming
And
back.
I took the LSAT like the next month. I was like, this is crazy.
I think what really motivated me more than anything was when I did construction. Also, I don't want to do this fucking. I don't want. I don't want to have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's,
That's why you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like I
Some
don't want to do this.
screw up telling you, Vinny, put the bricks on your back.
Yeah, carry him up the fucking ninth floor.
Mm-hmm.
Sweat.
Carrying fucking logs.
I had to
up
carry
hills.
a toilet bowl, spill in my face. Not doing that
Oh,
again.
dude.
brutal.
That's
You know,
terrible.
And that's the thing when it comes down to like growth. Like you think about those things and like, damn, like I really did that. I had to carry a toilet bowl 9 floors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, that's where when you were just saying you're like, oh, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not where I want to be. You think about, this is what I think about with comedy too. You think about like yourself 10 years ago, looking at you now.
Oh yeah.
Where it gives you so much perspective, where you're like, oh my God, 10 years ago, I would be ecstatic where I am now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like traveling the world, making money,
Yeah.
making a living, doing what you love. Like that's success, man.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't think about it enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of the time, I'm either like mad that I'm not doing more when I'm doing a lot already,
Yeah.
and it's like, and a lot of the time it's don't think, just do. It's a saying I have in my head: don't think, just do. Because like when you think too much, how that plays out for you, right?
Yeah.
Or if it's you expect, if you expect something that's gonna happen and it doesn't happen, right? Like I've had things in my career where I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be the thing that gets me really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it will do really good. Like I did some skits. Like I'll do these. When I started like involving energy drinks into my wrestling and became like the energy drink like caffeine addict wrestler.
I got to tell you, dude, these are good.
Okay,
I'm not a
right?
big energy drink guy. They fucking get
You like
my
them.
heart rate going, but these are good.
I'll tell you
These are
what. Like I've
tasty.
had these. So I do these skits, right? And I would like so everything you need like a character. You need something, right? For the first few years in wrestling, I had no character. I was just the kid, right? I was just the kid, Vinny Pacifico. That's what I
Wow.
would say. Yeah, it's THAKID,
Yeah.
the kid. And this is a weird story, but I'll tell it.
Yeah.
How I became the kid. They would put their hand on my face, under my ear, and they said they would be like, "Oh, you're the kid," and they're like, "Yeah, your my hand fits on your face and your ear like a glove."
Wrestling's diabolical. These people that wrestle are fucked up in the head.
So they would put their hand on my face, and it would like a glove stick, right?
Right.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, you're the kid," and that's my nickname for like. And they're like, "Oh, you're the kid because you're young, right?" And I'm like, "No, because when you put your hand on my face,
Cradle my head like a little baby.
it fits like a glove. It fits like a glove."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I needed to evolve from that because it was just like, what is that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can't be at a tryout and they're like, "Oh, Vinny, so you're the kid. What does that mean?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have hands that fit. I have my face is grabbable."
Yeah, my face fits in a man's hand.
I can rest my head into a man's hand.
It still fits. I mean, I still do.
That's so funny. When a man puts his hand around my head, they say it reminds them of home.
I think that's the first time I've told that story. That's the first time I've told this story.
That's so funny, dude.
But at some point, I'm like, I gotta get some. I gotta evolve, right? We need to evolve. EC3, my boy JC, were like, "Yo, you're Power Punch." What does that mean? They called me on the phone, like, "Vinny, you're Vinny Power Punch Pacifico." And I'm like, "What does that mean, right?" Well, they go, "You down 10 energy drinks a day. You know, you don't sleep. You know, you're energetic as hell. So like, why not involve that in your wrestling?
Yeah.
Your character. Like, why not use that? Like, be who you are, right?
Yeah.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, like the best wrestlers in the world are them times 10. Obviously, I'm not Undertaker because he's like
Right.
the dead man. Like he's not actually dead, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
but certain wrestlers like use who they are and they become like that's when they really find what they are.
Right.
So I really started involving like energetic, like energy, like eccentric, and energy drinks a part of my wrestling. And ever since then, man, like my career skyrocketed. So like literally, I was like EC3 and JC on the phone. And I'm like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" Like, it's like just do it. Just try this character, do it. Did it on a show. The fans chanted my name all night. Power Punch all night. And I was like, okay, this is cool. First time doing it. It works. I did it
Sounds like an energy drink too.
Yeah.
Power Punch, yeah, right? I did it again. And I did it a few times. And every time, like, the crowd are getting louder and they're loving this. And then I was in Oregon for DOA on IWTV Live, which is like a Netflix.
What is DOA?
It's a wrestling company.
Oh, okay.
It stands for Don't Own Anyone.
Oh,
right?
gotcha. Okay.
I think that's yeah. And love them so much. They've done so much for me. And so I had the match out there, and you know, in the middle of the match, we're both laying down, and I crawled to the corner, drink my energy. Actually, just posted it last week.
Oh shit!
I drink my energy drink, and I hulk up. Right. So I used the drink to fuel me in the match. It went viral that week. Bang Energy sent me a contract for a sponsorship deal.
Nice.
Have you heard Bang?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was like massive for me. But now I'm like, so now I do these skits and I would get like these, like I would do them with like wrestlers and then bigger wrestlers and then bigger and then huge ones. and then like they would really go. I would get like hundreds of thousands of views, and it helped me so much, right?
Yeah.
And then like there's certain ones that I'm like, yeah, this one's gonna be the one that gets me. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's a snowball. It's not a period, right? So like,
it keeps evolving.
yes. So like, I'll get more viewers, more followers, more clicks, etc. But like, you can't expect it to make you the most famous person or get signed or get, you know what I'm saying? So like, I've learned to not expect anything. You know, like I've done some that like a lot of them got like a massive amount of views, but like, you know, they helped me so much in terms of growing my character too.
Right.
Like, you know, I did them with like Gangrel, who's a WWE legend. The first ever legend I've ever wrestled before, you know. Great guy, love him to death. Mentor, one of my mentors.
Yeah.
He used to team with Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gangrel, the vampire. He's one of my mentors. I love him dearly. I did a video with him, 2 videos with him. Always really fun to do. I drank the blood. He drank the energy drink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was really fun. And but yeah, those videos have been really, really good for me. I just did one with AJ and Big Justice.
Yeah, we were just
And
you know that here comes the boom.
Yeah. Love those guys. I love those guys.
It's so
Great people.
They're
more
what,
than anything.
Jersey? They're from Jersey, right?
They're from Jersey, but they're in Florida.
Oh, they live in Florida. Okay.
Yeah, it's good when the old
dude.
school's like that, when they're chill with the, you know, that's what it's about.
It helps. So it's like, like I said, I some of these I would expect to be like, all right, this is gonna get me to become like the most, you know, whatever, or like, oh, this one's gonna really be the one. And it's like, I didn't realize how it got me so far. But like, I mean, you can't expect things to happen right away. You know, that's not how things work. I've learned. You know what I mean? And so that's why I have the saying, don't expect, just do. You know, don't think, just do. Just do what you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stupidest thing could go viral. Like the energy drink thing in the ring, like that went viral. And
you weren't even planning a sponsor deal to do that, because that's pretty slick. Like that you did it. Of course, they would
tell me. People would be like, "Yo, Vinny, try to get deals, try to get this, try to get that." I didn't think of like, how do I do that, or you know what I mean? But they contacted me.
That's so cool.
And then fast forward, you know. Bang had a lawsuit, so they kind of let go of their talent. A week later, G Fuel signed me.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So it's like, wow. You know, it's really cool to see who's watching. You know, like, or how the depth of what we do. You know, on all levels, comedy, wrestling, acting, anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm at the mindset now where I'm just gonna do everything, you know, and and also it for people, you know, who want to dream or want to do something with their lives, you know, I think just doing things to benefit your career or your dream will keep you out of, you know, depression possibly. You know, it helps something. I mean,
100%.
I think that, you know, because you know, I've dealt with like, you know, anxiety or insecurities, and just it stops you from thinking of the bad things, just being active. And also, I mean, if you're younger, you know, and you're growing up and there's peer pressure of certain things that, you know, that you don't want to, like drugs or drinking, you know, if you have a dream and you're chasing it, you're not going to think about those things. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to really just, so I think having a dream and working hard and just not thinking and just doing things to benefit your career and your personal growth, the best thing you could do. And that's why that's how I've grown up. You know, I just didn't drink. I just focused on this. I had people offer me drinks all the time. Oh, I have a drink, have this, have weed.
Come on.
Yeah.
Is that big in the wrestling world, drinking and drugs and stuff, or is it more sobriety because of how in shape and athletic you need to be? Half and half.
Yeah, you have the crew that, like, you know, have fun after the shows, and I'm guilty. I mean, I would go and have fun. I would just wouldn't drink. You know what I mean? Right. Doing it sober is not as fun because you're just sitting there like watching everyone drinking and touching you, and you know what I'm saying?
Having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I could have fun not drunk though. I dance, I go crazy, but it's just like. Then there's the people who I'm straight edge. I'm doing this and this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? So I respect both. You know what I mean? I'm not going to judge you for what you do. You know, as long as you don't bother me. But like at the end of the day, I think, you know, getting through my teens, not drinking, not smoking, not doing drugs, not falling to peer pressure is a lot to do with, you know, chasing this dream of mine that, you know, I just didn't stop. You know, I missed my prom. I missed so much friends' parties. You know, birthday parties. I have a friend I grew up with, third grade. My friend Rocky, and I didn't go to his birthday party a few years in a row because I'm just wrestling and traveling, you know? So it comes down to just like staying busy and no matter what, just do.
And you didn't miss nothing at those parties, trust me. Somebody that missed out on life and went to those parties, it's, what you would have been throwing up.
Eating pizza,
right?
right?
Yeah.
I could do that at home.
Yeah.
With my wife.
Asking your friend, hey, did we do anything sexual last night?
That's a Dom party.
Yeah.
That's a Dom party right there.
What the fuck? All this lotion on my hands. I don't got dry skin. I don't know.
Dude, that is the coolest thing. Just going back to when you were talking about developing a character, those like famous stories about The Rock and John Cena, right? Dude. Both of them, do you know this? They were both like not popular at all. Like John Cena tells that story about how he was like, his contract was about to be up. He was about to like be let go by the WWE.
Yeah.
And then they heard him like rapping and freestyling on the bus. And they were like, hey, why don't you try this?
Exactly.
And The Rock the same. He was like, before he was The Rock, I think he was like they tried to do like the Samoan character and it like bombed.
Yeah.
People hated it. And those are maybe the two biggest wrestlers in history, at this point, like just totally just changing your character, becoming yourself and elevating it.
Stone Cold was like that too. And Stone Cold was a huge thing in wrestling when I was in
Still
school.
is.
Like,
Still is. Anything he does is freaking
Iconic, dude.
Iconic, dude.
Beer drinking redneck.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It just works. Hate your boss. Beat your boss up. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
dude.
Beating your boss up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
He was like, what? Maybe the first one to do that, like beating up Vince
and
McMahon.
People in the audience hate their boss, so like it just works so well.
They want to see it.
It connects to the crowd. You know what I mean? So like something that's really really cool though for my character was the development of who I am as a person and talent and stuff like that. And I have been blessed with the opportunity earlier this year to film it was at first it was supposed to be like a hour-long movie, just like a really cool wrestling story, right? A horror thriller wrestling story, that involved me and a villain, and there's a side story, of course. Like there's movies there's two stories, a certain thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you have Spider-Man and doing his thing with Doc Ock, and then you have Mary Jane cheating on Harry Smith, Harry, whatever his name, Harry Osborn,
Harry Styles,
Harry Smith,
or whoever you want to say.
So like it's two stories, like what I'm saying, but like I've been blessed to really be trusted with the lead, right? Now it's turning into an episodic series, and we're in production. They're like, everything's done at this point, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna be talking with distribution, and it's looking really good. Things are looking positive.
That's pretty sick.
It's sick, and it's also
gonna be awesome, dude.
I'm playing myself. I'm playing Power Punch, right? So it's just so cool to lean into who I am as a talent and get to do it in a movie, right?
Yeah.
And also, I put my wife in this movie. I got her booked.
Look at that,
That's
dude.
so cool, man.
It's a good husband.
I got her booked, and she's literally the Mary Jane for me, right?
Okay.
And obviously it's real, right?
Yeah.
So it's like this story has potential to be so special because it's real, right? I'm playing Power Punch, but Power Punch is who I am. I'm just it's me times 10, right? So like it's real emotion, right? It's real acting. So like I'm not playing a character. I'm playing Vinny Pacifico. I'm playing me times 10. But it's like how I would react in real life. If my wife got something happened to my wife, I would act a certain way. Yeah. So this is my first ever film besides the Secret sequel next week. But that's more of a documentary type thing,
right?
Like a nonfiction.
Yeah.
This is more of like a fiction, but still like it's still me.
Yeah.
Right. So it's helping me grow as a character as well, and I'm also using who I am as a character for this. So she killed it. I put her in there. I got her booked. I knew she was a good actress. Once we did a Halloween.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say our first argument.
She really knows how to turn on the tears.
Yeah.
Actually, she could do tears. I mean, not with me, but like
all women.
Babe, let's pause this argument because you need to be an actress.
Yeah, let me just record this. We gotta send it to Columbia.
We got a couple acting reels right now.
Yeah. No, she
show me anger.
Yeah. No, we did a Halloween engagement shoot, right? And
cool.
No, it was great. And Michael Myers was chasing us. I knew she,
Oh,
I
cool.
knew she had the it factor for that. Like, so I put her. I got her. They trusted me. They put her in this, and now we'll see where it goes. But like, it's looking really good for us.
Nice.
So,
That's sick.
yeah.
That sounds like a fun movie too, man.
It's Oh, it was fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Do you? It's got to be so cool, like being on set for a legit film like that.
Yeah, we actually filmed in the same location as Undertaker versus AJ Styles. WrestleMania.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Really-
awesome.
It was in Orlando. It was really cool. Yeah, it was just a really fun day, with awesome people too. Everyone was really cool, and that's, to me, whether it's like Hollywood, wrestling, or like entertainment industry, I surround myself with good people. Try to.
Yeah.
Because there's
important.
snakes out there.
Oh, dude,
I
you're
would-
telling me, man.
Terrible.
Oh
Sure,
my god.
How is it in comedy? It's pretty bad.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. You meet those people when there's so many people, and where you meet them, and whenever you have something, they're your best friend. You hear from them all the time, and then you don't have something, and you might not hear from them for 18 months.
Yep.
Until you get something else.
That could
So
be
many
wrestling.
people like that.
That could be
So
wrestling
many.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Any
sure.
industry, right?
Any industry, yeah.
I always try to, like, if you help me, I help you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, or if you, I mean, again, like, I try to help people regardless of
I
what
get
they
that
have.
vibe from
Yeah,
you. You're
that's good.
helping everybody.
I'm trying. I try, right?
I bet you even if somebody's an asshole, you'd still help them because that's the good dude you are.
I have a story that I won't tell, but yes. I had one guy, like, just like talk shit about me constantly behind my back,
Yeah.
right? And I knew this too.
Yeah.
But I wanted to help him out just because, like, I just felt like he had something to offer. So I got him bookings, wrestling bookings. But, like, in my head, I'm like, why would you go behind my back and just say mean things about me?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Things aren't even true. Like, I was in a store where he worked, because he was still in training, and, like,
I didn't jealous.
I didn't know what I didn't know what I wanted to buy.
buy.
Yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to buy. I was asking about this, asking about that, and I ended up buying the opposite one. He's like, oh, and then I walked out. I heard him, and he's like, oh, he's fucking annoying. You know what I mean? I just didn't know what I wanted to buy. I didn't know if I wanted this product or this product,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was like, you know what, whatever. But, like, again, I try to always do the right thing, right?
That's great, yeah.
What would Jesus do at the end of the day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, just do the right thing by people, and every industry, like I said, there's that.
Yeah.
But acting, I went to a red carpet last year. Tony invited me just to be
Nice.
there and meet people and stuff like that. And I met a lot of good people, but there were a lot of people that were just really snakes.
Oh yeah.
Door
sure.
closes. My
Was that red carpet in LA?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
they say about LA, especially in comedy. Well, I'm sure it's everything in
Yeah,
entertainment.
of course.
Is they'll talk to you, but they're constantly looking over your shoulder for, is someone bigger around that I can talk to?
The door
It's
closes.
the worst. I can sense. I have a pretty good sense of people, and when I moved to New York to do comedy after leaving Boston, you felt that. You were like, oh, dude, it feels like you're just talking to me, waiting for someone more important to come in. Like I hate that.
It's
feeling.
rough. It's just it's. I don't know. It's rough because it's just like, I don't have that. I don't think that way, so I can't understand it.
No, me neither.
I can't understand.
Yeah, it's so weird.
The minute
It's so strange.
I was there, just obviously I was just there just to, like, just be there. It's a cool opportunity. It's a cool opportunity to be able to be on a red carpet and just be, right? Just,
Yeah.
like, meet people, connections. You never know who you meet, right? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, but I was there and I was just watching, learning. Obviously I want to look. So obviously I love wrestling more than anything. Number one to me, but obviously I want to get into acting as well.
Yeah.
This is 2 years ago. I think this is a year and a half ago. So I'm like, okay, I want to go and just see what this is like and start, because I know when you're a wrestler and you're doing it long, you think maybe eventually you'll get into acting as well, which,
Right.
I mean, obviously now I am, which fell into my lap, but I'm also lucky and I'm thankful that it has.
Yeah.
But I've watched a lot of people at that red carpet.
Yeah.
Just when the door closes, they change their tone, say horrible things about people behind their backs, and then smile the minute the door opens.
That's
And I was just like, I'm
That's
really
what
turned off.
That's what they say about LA people. They're nice but assholes, bad people. New York, they're assholes but good people.
Okay.
Like if
That's fair.
if you get a flat tire in LA, people will drive by and be like, "Oh, so sorry. That's terrible. But in New York, you get a flat tire, someone will pull over and help you change it and fucking call you an asshole while you're doing it. What the fuck are you doing? Not knowing how to change a tire, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But they'll help you do it.
Yeah. I got 2 daughters.
I got 2 daughters. You're a bad representation of society. You can't change a fucking tire.
Both my daughters know how to do it.
Yeah, right.
My daughters.
And afterwards, I made them do it again.
Just so I could learn.
Give me a soda.
Yeah. But I definitely agree. Like, I think I try to always be the best person I could be at all times, right? Because obviously it's how I want to how I want to get treated. But also, like, lying is also like something that I really don't like.
Dude, it physically, like being fake, it physically pains me. I can't, if I don't like someone, I like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I like 99% of people, but if I don't like someone, it's so hard for me to fake it. I can't do it. It physically hurts me. And my friends can tell. They're like, oh, you don't like that person. And I'll just be like, oh yeah. Oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, I just can't. I can't do it, dude.
It's hard.
It's hard.
You know what I was wondering? Like,
Probably hurts me in comedy because I can't be fake.
In relation to like comedy and wrestling, right? Like we're kind of working with the same people. Like there's some comedians where I'm like, shit, I'm on a show with so and so. Like you just know, but now you got to get in there and throw them around.
Yeah,
that's got to be different. Like
Luckily, excuse me. I don't think I had a match with anybody I didn't like. For the most part, I like everybody, right?
Yeah.
Or I try to be professional with every single person in the ring. You know what I mean? Like, there's some wrestlers obviously out there who will take liberties and hurt you.
Just dickheads, yeah.
It's got to be tough too, because like
never happened to me, thank God.
You're kind of, when you're wrestling someone, right? You're putting your trust in them. They're putting their trust in you. Like for the show, you guys might hate each other, but you really gotta trust them.
Of course.
If they're throwing you across the ring, like they could kill you. You know.
Of course.
So really, it's got to be tough.
Well, there's ways to protect. There's ways to obviously when you're in training, you learn to make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
Yourself, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I always like there's ways to always protect yourself, but also like I've had a lot of people who I wrestled. I never had an issue with anybody trying to hurt me. Like seriously, right?
Yeah.
But I've seen it to where people like sometimes they'll get mad and they'll smack the guy right in the face and like hard as hell.
Don't pull it or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, everything hurts from wrestling. Wrestling is very physical.
Right,
everything
hurts.
hurts.
I had a wrestler chop me once. I thought he broke my collarbone.
It sucks. It sucks. But like, it hurts very bad. But there's things where it's like, okay, we're doing this professionally, or we're doing this to hurt somebody.
Right.
And I don't ever believe hurting anybody because
that's crazy.
this is either your job and you need to get booked the next day, or you have to get to your real job. I mean, a regular job that you have, and be safe for that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I believe always get home safe. Right at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You either have a family at home with you, you have a different another career, or this is your career, and you have to be safe the next day.
Yeah. Also, the energy you put out there is gonna come around to you.
Yep.
So if you're putting bad energy trying to hurt people, either you're gonna get a reputation for being like, oh, I don't want to wrestle with that guy because he's fucking he's a snake. He tries to hurt you, tries to fucking tweak you a little bit, or you're gonna fucking accidentally. You're gonna get hurt, and it's like that's the universe telling you to stop being a dick.
This is our body, though. Like I want to wrestle till I'm like 70. I don't want to stop. I'm not stopping. So keep safe, right? That's the thing.
Well, now you got some heat. I'm sure there's some old school wrestlers, if it is like in comedy, where they're trying to tell you, like you got 8-track Larry telling you nobody's watching it no more. He's like, nah, Vinny, you see, you got to do it this way. In my day, this is how we did it.
I'm sure, Vinny. You got to get off social media, dude. A bunch of old heads. Like
how
comics,
are they in comedy? How are they?
Guys who've been doing it like 25, 30 years. Now at this point, like 40 years.
Yeah,
some of these guys.
They're mostly on a cruise ship.
Who are like, cruise ship guys. Like, social media. What are you doing with the social media?
Something.
And it's like, why would I take your advice if this was a game changer for me. Listening to older people who don't have the career that you want. Why would I listen to them?
Exactly. To a T.
I don't want to be 60 years old doing like one-nighters on the road.
With the guitar,
Yeah, so like I want to be
private jet.
Totally different. Yeah, why not?
We call them 40-mile vets.
What are they? 40 mile?
40-mile vets. They don't go anywhere past 40 miles. They go right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What do they call them in comedy? They have a name for them?
Yeah, road dogs.
Yeah, road dogs, I guess. But there is some road dogs that are killers, but you don't want that career though.
No.
I mean,
No,
some of
it's-
them make money on 1%, I would say, make a good living. Because, you know, a lot of them, I respect the hell out of them. Even like with you with the travel. Dude, I get beat up like little shit. Like from being in different rooms. Like I had chapped lips for the first time in my life. Dude, I split my lip. It looks like I got punched in the mouth.
It sucks.
Vaseline's not working.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know if it's from traveling and flights so much. I developed dandruff now. My back's fucking always hurting.
Dude, did you just compare your chapped lips and dandruff to fucking broken collarbones
Well,
and
no, it's
flying
traveling,
on
right?
a broken tailbone, dude? Come on.
I will say, I had chap last night.
It's brutal. It
It
does
sucks.
ruin your day.
My wife's freaking chapstick. In a minute, I was like 20 minutes later. I was like, fine,
Wow.
crazy,
Dude, women's stuff is
great.
Right.
The women's
Products are
industry,
amazing.
product industry. I bought like nice like Sephora chapstick.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't they sell this at CVS? The fucking that chapstick
Costs
never
more.
works.
Yep.
You know, what are we
Right.
doing?
You got to go to the black stores. That's where you get the good
Yeah.
shit. Some
Yeah.
Vaseline,
Real nice and moisturizing.
some petroleum jelly.
Yes, the moistness. That's the best.
Yeah.
I will say though, I will agree. You know, traveling does catch
It
up
kills
to you.
you, dude.
'Cause I sometimes don't even get to sleep in a hotel from that. Again, like if I travel from New York to California to wrestle, and I got to fly back to New York to wrestle the next day,
Right.
or Florida, say my sleep is
Airport.
my sleep is on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Overnight.
can't sleep good, and you got to hit the gym too. That's what I'm saying. That's where it
It's
makes
hard.
a double back.
It's hard.
Are
know?
you when you're traveling, you kind of I mean, I'm assuming you're traveling in a little more style than what these like road dog comics like, you know, taking the bus or
Driving
like
in
Depends.
Oldsmobile.
flying yourself out,
It depends.
like kind of stuff.
It all
Yeah.
depends. You know, I mean, I like to fly. If it's far, I want to fly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If
Oh,
it,
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, but like if I have to drive 7 hours, if I have to, I'll do it.
Do it,
But and again, I like to help people out. Like I call some people out of Renewer. Hey, want to come with me for this ride? Meet some people.
That's great.
That's what I do.
That's great.
Or get them booked. You know, lately I've been doing that for people. Like trying with whatever connections I have, I do.
Dude, there's so many parallels with comedy. It's crazy.
There really is.
It really is.
How do you make
crazy.
money in comedy? What's the money for that? Is it
well,
is it a booking fee?
You could in comedy. There's a few different ways. Like in the city, this is just bullshit money. You're gonna make some food money, 20 to 50.
Yeah, you're not
bucks if
making a
you're
lot.
lucky. But on the road, you hit them up. Like I'm doing gigs now where I'm kind of trying to do it on my own because on the road, when you're like a nobody in comedy, you're only getting between like 300 and 500 a gig. Like that's for a Friday, Saturday. They'll give you the hotel, but that's when you're kind of nothing. But when you do it on your own, you know, you sell tickets and normally you take 80% of the door.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and that's how it works most of the time.
So the venue pays you pretty much then.
Yeah, the venue.
Okay.
Usually
Yeah.
off ticket sales.
Off
Or
ticket
you'll get a
sales.
flat rate, or you'll get a
If
flat
you
rate
get
and
a
a bonus. If you sell out,
That's
you might
really
get
cool.
another.
but the flat
like a
rate's always like I mean, unless
It's not
you're
great.
somebody, it's going to be low. 50
Now
to 750.
the way to really do it is like you have that social media following or
Mm-hmm.
a podcast that blows up, and then you go to clubs and be like, hey, I'm going to sell out 3 shows.
Mm-hmm.
I want 100% of the door.
Awesome.
You'll get all the liquor
All the
and all
liquor.
the food.
Yep.
And they'll be like, oh my God, well, we can have you who's in a top 10 podcast come and do the show.
Mm-hmm.
Huge publicity for our club.
Yep.
That's really the avenue. It used to be like, oh, you get late night, you get at the Tonight Show,
Mm-hmm.
and then that gets you an agent, a manager, and it springboards you
That's
into
really cool.
success.
Yeah.
It doesn't really happen that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there are guys who do late night shows and then they're doing open mics
And they're
for the
building
next
IKEA
year. and a
dressers.
half.
So how do you blow up then? 'Cause wrestling is different. Like the top companies in the world watch everything,
Yeah.
right? So it's easier now for talent to get on TV than ever, which is a blessing, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure comedy is different. Like, is there we make money similar, right? Merchandise sales, a booking fee, you know, sponsorship deals, obviously, you know, like my manager Tony, like he isn't really managed wrestling for me. He managed, like, I mean, wrestling's it's just different.
Yeah.
Right.
No one's gonna know your career like yours. So he manages pretty much sponsorship deals, movies, commercials, modeling. What else does he do? Modeling, movies, commercials. There's more.
He kind of handles
Podcasts.
like the business side
Yes,
of it all.
some podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, right. Anyone who wants to bring me somewhere, like non-wrestling related, it's him, right?
Okay.
Gotcha.
Because again, I'm doing this 10 years. I know inside and out. You know, he wasn't in wrestling. So like, but I need a manager because I've had sponsorship companies screw me.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, he's amazing. He is like the things he's done for me so far are amazing. He's putting me on the Times Square billboard in January.
Oh, dude, that's amazing,
dude. Are you going to go and take a picture in front of it?
Yes.
You got to.
Of course, dude. You have to, dude.
This guy Tony's amazing. I love him. Like, again, we're family, literally, because like he's the same way. He had a dream, and he's a wrestling fan too, right? He had a dream too, and like his dream was to like, he loves movies, he loves Hollywood, he loves doing all that stuff. He's doing movies now. He's doing all these huge things.
So cool.
He's amazing. He's just, but now he has the connections to where he could help me, and like he helps a lot of people out, right?
Yeah.
So many, but I said, I think you're my dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's good to find someone who you connect with like that.
Of course.
That's very important. Almost important as having a good partner in your life. Having a good partner in your business is huge.
Yes. And we have a lot of things in the works, and it's really, really cool. And but yeah, so it's pretty much a flat fee. So who books you?
There's different levels of blowing up. That's what I mean. Like, well, see, now if you were to get managed by like a big company like William Morris or something, then they got a whole team for you to where they got a road person. You're instantly going where there's already crowds because, this person, this club or whatever is
they're going to help promote you too.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're like, we don't want to screw over a William Morris client. Like, they'll be like, hey, we got so-and-so coming, like somebody that's huge. He's coming in 6 weeks. Well, we got a new client. We would like you to have him on, and maybe you'd start featuring in like the off weekends. And if you got that connection, like that's one way. If you get that connection, you get a lot of opportunities. You can get TV, movies, things like that.
Okay.
But what Dylan was talking about, which I think is the better way, where you're 100% your boss. You kind of want to blow up. This way you don't got a yes man. You're the one. It's like you don't got to listen
They contact
to nobody.
you.
Yeah.
It's
kind of like relying on the industry is how it used to be.
Okay.
And now it's much more yourself creating your own success.
Because even if you get represented by William Morris, they could like maybe put you in a Netflix movie. They could do something like that. But I don't know if that's going to give you, chances are you're not going to get unless you get like SNL maybe, you're not going to get the fan base to come out and see you from that.
Yeah. They can help you get opportunities, but no one cares about your career more than you do.
Is there salaries?
No.
Contracts?
Contracts.
Yeah, contracts.
Sure.
Like with record deals?
For instance, I have like a cruise ship agent. I do cruises. I'm one of them screw up comedians I was making fun of.
That's pretty sick though.
Yeah, no, I have fun. So I'm pretty much traveling the world too. That's why I got to go to some of the same places you did. It's just because of comedy. Yeah. Like I did comedy in Iceland once. Only English. I was the only person that spoke English, and they all got the jokes because they all know like 3 languages. Even I got their jokes, and it was in a different language. It was still funny. There's something about the rhythm of comedy.
So then the cruise ship pays you then?
Cruise ship, well, yeah, it would be an agent will book me like, hey, Dom, we got these 3 ships. Would you like to sign this contract for X amount of dollars, and we'll take 10%. And that's like how the cruise ship agent will work. And then a manager, like in comedy, a manager, maybe they would negotiate those contracts. I don't have them coming in like that to know, but for the most part, I think an agent's the one that can get you the money. Like I want to get a touring agent would be the next step. And then they could get me like, hey, they could actually get me in. It's like the improvs and the funny bones because they have that connection.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like so fascinated. I didn't know any of this.
And the thing with comedy is you could do like multiple shows. Like you could do maybe some for the improvs and that, and then do your own one-off. But really the way to go with us is podcasts. If you could digitally make the money and you get them to come out and see you, like
building your
huge
following
fans.
is that's the way to do it. Building your following makes the industry, quote unquote, notice you, whether that's the clubs, whether that's bookers. That's how you kind of grow it now.
So now, okay.
But
you have to be funny.
It's important, kind of.
Okay.
It's important for us. I care a lot about the jokes and being funny. There are people you'll see. I'm sure you maybe see it in wrestling. I don't know how much, because once you get in the ring, you got to be good. I'm assuming to be safe and protect other people. You'll see people get opportunities a year, 2 years into comedy, and they don't have the chops yet, but they got 500,000 Instagram followers.
Yeah.
So they're getting a lot of opportunities, and they might not be there comedically, but because they're getting those opportunities, they're going to progress quick. Then you have guys like, me and Dom and some of our friends who are some of the funniest comics in New York, but they're 10, 15 years in. They don't have that fame yet or that following, but you put them on a show, they're going to bury everybody there, So that's really cool. Kind of that's kind of the way that like Bill Burr and Louis kind of did theirs. Like Louis didn't pop until he was like 18 years, 20 years into comedy. Wow. He was in the industry. He talks about that when he was writing for Conan. He was like, "Oh, I'll just help all these guys be funny. I'll just never be that main headliner." And now he's one of the biggest comics in history. Because he was building the chops for 20 years, and then when he finally popped, that's when it happened.
And now I would say social media. You do a funny video. Come on.
Right. Yeah, you can get successful quick. Like I get recognized for them. Do you get recognized I'm sure you get recognized on the street. You got people. You're a different level of fame because it's like you're the real fame. Like people probably walk up to you like you're a god or something. Like, wait, what are you doing here?
In the airport, it's a little crazy.
Really? Yeah.
Something happened recently. One of the I was in Disney and I was going on the what ride was that? I think it was Mickey Mouse's Runaway Railroad. I love Disney. I went first time this year, fell in love with it. And
dude, it's fun as an adult.
Amazing.
People make fun of it, like Disney. I went with my family, and we like to drink, obviously. It's fun as shit, though. Come on. Dude, you go and you get like a little drunk. You go, you do like that drinking around the world, and then you ride some rides. And you see some shit. Oh, dude, it's cool as hell.
It's so much fun.
I'm going this year. I have 2 little nieces.
Nice, have fun.
We're taking them in. My brother's kids, we're going in like April or something.
Awesome.
Can't wait. It's going to be so fun. They're right in that age of like, they love all the, the characters.
Mickey, Minnie,
yeah.
A fan noticed me in Disney. That was so cool. Him and his like friends.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Well, they like, you see him laid back. I had it where they'll be like looking for a second. And they're about to notice
the
you.
squinty eyes, like, yeah.
Where do I know that guy from?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Vinny? PowerPoint.
For me, it was just like, they're looking at me and they're squinting at me, and I'm like, "This is a little weird." And they're like, "Are you Vinny Pacifico?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, big fan." But these guys were jacked. And I'm like, I mean, obviously I have some muscle, but like,
oh, dude, you look like you could throw a couch.
No, these guys were freaking massive. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It was really, really funny. But yeah, so it happens pretty lately more than ever. But like, I try to always give. I'm not trying to sound like I'm just nice to be nice. This is just what I do, right? Because I try to always give my time. If they if they ask me for an autograph, they ask me to like pick, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
I just feel like when I was a kid, if someone said no to me, I would feel a little sad. I'd be like, oh damn.
Oh yeah.
So I try to never be what I don't want to be, what I wouldn't want to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's so I try to always give back, give my time, and obviously if I'm like at dinner with my wife, that's a different story. But I still I still will.
Yeah.
Take a picture, whatever. But like, sometimes they want to talk more and more and more.
Oh, yeah.
You know how that is, I'm sure.
Hey, can we pause 1 second? Dom, can you just hit stop and re-record? We usually just do an hour, but I'm like having a lot of fun. I want to keep going.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure we keep recording. I'm having fun. If you have to go. But,
no, I got time.
Yeah, that's super interesting. You know what? I was just talking about this with someone where I think there's an unspoken social contract when you become famous. Is like, I understand you don't want to be bothered. You're a person, but like you gotta give people positive experiences.
Of course.
Right? If someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, that's kind of the unspoken rule, If someone's like, hey, hate to bother you, but the worst people are like, dude, leave me alone. Yeah. It's like, why did you want to be famous then? Yeah. Like, why did you want this lifestyle? You gotta, I
agree. I just think, like you just said, give people the positive experience. Because it's just, they'll remember that forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't want to be the one who thinks of that industry that way. So like, like if a fan,
you don't want to be a story of like, I met Vinny Pacifico, real dick.
You don't want that.
telling his family, you want, I met this guy. So nice, so cool. Like took time. Have you ever had that though, where you're like, all right, enough? Like people who, like you said, like want to talk. They want to. You're like,
in the mall. It happens so much in Staten Island.
That is a mall thing.
Oh yes, you're home, dude. You're home.
Yeah,
you're
Vinny,
one of their people.
And the thing is, I love the Staten Island Mall. I love it because I just go to just like I do a lot of my business there. I do a lot of my business. I do my emails. I do my I love.
Yeah.
One of my worst habits.
Yeah, you and the rest of the drug dealers in Staten Island.
Wow.
Those are the guys who are doing their business at the mall.
In the mall, right?
You're a hometown celebrity, man.
I don't mind. I don't mind when they say hi to me in the mall, but like, if I'm on a call, that's the worst. Oh, yeah. So like for example, my business, if I go to the, I usually go to the gym. I usually go to the gym in the morning, first thing, like at 5 a.m, go to the gym, have my black coffee, go to the gym.
5 a.m.
Yeah,
dude, I haven't seen 5 a.m. from the waking up. I've seen 5 a.m. more going to bed than I have waking up in years, dude.
5 a.m. hit the gym. Planet Fitness is usually open. I go to Planet. Sue me, you know. You don't judge. I mean, listen. It's a good. I mean, Planet. Like people give Planet hate because they're not enough heavy weights. There's 90-pound dumbbells there. That's enough.
Wow.
It's also probably great for you because you can go to anyone around the country.
I went in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's one. I mean, it's very convenient because it's all over the world. They're open all night, all day. 24/7.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a wrestler's gym.
Yeah, and people it's like, you go to Planet. Well, you're not tough. You're not strong. I mean, it's like the weights are plenty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need 140-pound dumbbells. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do, and I have like 3 memberships for the gym. So you know what I'm saying? I have one in Florida. I don't know why. I just signed up because I was just
you were there
being nice, and they were selling me a membership, and I was like, I guess
fine.
I haven't gone there since like last year. And Retro
cancel it in person. They're like, you got to come to Florida. Sorry, bud.
I know where it is.
You're like, fuck.
And Retro Fitness. So I have like 3 memberships.
Nice.
And but usually I go to Planet because if it's super early or Retro, I go to both. You know, it depends on what mood. If I want to be in a purple setting, I go to Planet. If I want to be around red and yellow, I go to Retro Fitness. It depends on the day.
If you're feeling calm, Planet Fitness.
Yes. If I want to just
angry,
yes,
Retro.
Exactly.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So I go to I go to the gym, do that thing, have my first meal 12 o'clock or after the gym, depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Usually I eat my first meal at 12 if I'm at the gym, because I do an empty stomach workout. So I go to the gym, train, do my thing, work out, and while I do cardio, I do my emails, stuff like that, DMs, like whoever wants to book me or call me or email me, whatever. I just do all my business on my phone. But if I'm in the mall, I go to the mall after usually to have my post-workout meal. I get the vegetables and chicken at one of the restaurants there, and I just walk around. I digest. I walk, get my steps in.
Doing more cardio.
And I'm doing my emails. And again, it's a festive place to be in. It's fun. Like people are mostly high-spirited, right? But like if I'm on the phone and I'm talking to like my manager about something, or if I'm on like a very important meeting, that's when it gets a little annoying when like they're like talking to me as I'm on the phone.
Right.
Yeah. But if it's my manager, he understands. He's cool. Like he could be like, okay, hold on a minute. But like if it's somebody who's really important and they're talking to me, and it's just like it's high stress. So it's like I don't be a dick, but I'm like, give me a few and I'll finish the phone call. Then if they see me again, talk to them.
Yeah.
But like that's the only time it ever really gets annoying. You know what I mean? If I'm on an important phone call.
I could see that for sure.
That's it. You know what I mean? Other than that.
Yeah, some famous people, the worst is like when you meet somebody that you really look up to, and then it's like they start flirting with your girl or something. Like,
I've heard those stories.
I was that guy for like a few months, dude. When I first got successful, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? One dude told me, he's like, I'm a big fan, dude. You were just talking to my girl. I was like, I wasn't used to it. I was like oblivious to the fact I was being an asshole,
Oh my God.
And now I look back like, man, that was the biggest dickhead move. I never got no attention, You
Wait, you flirt with the girl?
I was the guy.
Oh my gosh.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah,
over
right?
here.
It was a mistake.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Only
That's
a few
horrible.
times. No, it was hard for me to get used to. Like, I never got noticed in my life up until like 2 years ago.
That's good though.
So, I never had any. After a show, people would be like, yeah, your shoes look all right. Like, it took me a long. But the Instagram success is when I had people like, start noticing me. Dude, I even had a dude follow me. I had to stop. I kept going different ways to see why he was following me.
Oh, God.
And I said, dude, are you fucking following me? And he was like, yeah. He's like, I'm actually, funny enough, I follow you on Instagram too. He's like, I just wanted to see what a day in the life was like.
A real follower then.
Dude, for an hour.
Yeah, that's a real life follower.
And I cussed him out. I should have gave him my Patreon.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like,
Yeah, hey.
$5.
$10.
He's writing a blog about it. He's like, I followed Dom Leonelli. He goes to PF Chang's for lunch and then the Asian massage parlor.
Yeah. And then he bitches at the people at the register.
Yeah. Did he use chopsticks?
Yeah, put more chicken on that shit.
Oh my God. Have you ever had this is what I wanted to add. Have you ever had a moment in the ring or in practice training where it was like, oh shit, that was scary? Like you almost got hurt, or like
yes,
a moment where you're like, oh damn, that was a close one.
There was a video of me years ago. It's gone now, but I was in training and we would run the ropes, right? Mm-hmm. But they want to make you, so in wrestling, or at least I was always trained to be adaptable in every situation, So like I would make it hard for myself. So we did a drill. We would have people laying in the middle of the ring, 2 of them, and we run the ropes and jump over the people in the ring just to get better at footwork, get better at being able to change direction when needed. I ran the ropes over the 2 people. I tripped on one and fell on the other one. It was funny as shit. I gotta find that video if I can find it. But that was it didn't hurt anybody. Yeah. I just fell on top of somebody. But I've had moments where I get thrown out of the ring and I land and I just I fall on my face on the floor. It's like, wow. But I guess we're so taught to be safe that I'm just conditioned to not land a certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think accidents happen, of course.
Yeah.
And they don't stop the match. When accidents happen,
if it's really bad, they will.
I could believe somebody pops their fucking eye out. They're gonna zoom up.
Vader, his eye fell out, grabbed his eye, put it back in, and wrestled.
Oh, damn, dude! Yeah. Holy shit!
Yeah, remember Vader? He was years ago.
Yeah, dude. I think I remember that story. Maybe.
Yep. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. I've never seen a wrestling match stop in the history of me watching wrestling.
But I've had some moments where I'm like, whoa, I need a minute. That really hurt.
Dude, going over the top rope, I didn't even think of that. Going over the top ropes onto the hard ground.
Yeah, but there's a way to, obviously, it hurts, but there's ways to do it that make it safer.
Getting hit with a chair.
Well, that sucks. I had a match September 28th against Crowbar from WCW. And he's a freaking legend.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
Great guy, too. I beat the shit out of him with a chair. I had 5 chair shots. I was hitting them constantly with the chair. I don't do hardcore matches, but that was one of them. Yeah. I do them, but not often, right? And
are they real, legit metal chairs,
yes,
or are they a little thinner?
No, they're legit metal chairs.
Oh my God! I always wondered that because that fucking
I have a video. I was hitting him right in his back 4 times, and I threw it in his face. That was a fun match. Wow. And then he hit me with the chair a few times.
Damn, he got you back. Damn.
Crutch, stop sign. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you've been hit with a stop sign before.
Yeah.
Ever hit with a ladder?
Yes. I fell off a ladder through a table.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, those are brutal.
That's crazy,
Doors,
dude.
Thumbtacks.
And you can't walk that shit off.
Man.
Yes, but some people get a back full. Thankfully, I didn't do a back full of thumbtacks yet. But they went through my elbow, my foot.
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember those matches where it's just getting fucking slammed through a table onto tacks.
Yep.
And they're just like, how painful could we make this?
No, it hurts. It hurts. Glass. God. Never did glass. I don't think I ever want to do glass. It's very risky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. That is always interesting. I always wondered that if it was because at this point with the way that props have in movies and stuff, you could have glass, but it's sugar, but that's real glass. Huh?
I mean, I would do. Oh, it's real glass. I would do death match. I would. They call death matches these crazy ones. I would do one if it's a certain opponent, right? Or if it's somebody who I really want to wrestle, and I would do it. Or it's a pays off a storyline that's really important.
Yeah.
Then I would do it, but not every week. The guys who do it every week, they make great money. They're doing amazing, and I'm happy for them.
And they're gonna retire in about 8 years.
They're all on pills.
Yeah.
It's very. I give them all credit in the world because it hurts, and I see them. They bleed like crazy, But
God damn.
every wrestling has a different, there's comedy wrestling,
Yeah.
I've done some comedy wrestling lately. It's great. It's so fun.
What Hurricane Holmes? Is that? Yeah, I know Hurricane.
You a fan of him?
Yeah, he met me, see me do comedy in Times Square. We follow each other. He's a cool ass dude.
You gotta tell him I'm here.
Oh, all right.
I
Yeah.
tag team with him once.
Get out!
way.
Dude, yeah, he's a dope dude too.
It's amazing.
That's crazy.
So, rest his soul, Rosie, his tag team partner, passed away. After a little while after our match. It was me, Rosie, and Hurricane.
Yeah.
Tag team.
Yeah, he's like a comedy wrestler, right? He's a funny guy.
He's great in the ring, but he's funny as heck.
He's funny
You
as
gotta
hell.
send a picture of us to him.
Yeah, I
'Cause
will.
he have-
100%. He's gonna lose it.
He's like, great guy.
He'll probably listen to this podcast.
Hope he does. And
Yeah.
Hurricane, I love you.
Yeah, no, he
I
was the
love that guy.
dopest. He came to Times Square. He was doing the ball drop in Times Square, and he was in the audience. And now, when I see a celebrity, like after being in New York so long, I know they don't like being like when you're hosting a show. Some celebrities don't want to be blown up. You could tell if they want to. He was kind of sitting back, chilling. And afterwards, he's like, thanks for not blowing up my spot, And
good.
it's always the good move to do,
That's so cool, though.
But he was there, and I
Hurricane.
wanted to be like, bro, do you guys realize who we got in the audience right now? The place would have went nuts. But then he couldn't enjoy. He wasn't working, you know. So, but either way, I hosted the show, and afterwards we talked for like 15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
And it was dope. And we hit each other up every now and then, man. Like
Do it today if you can. After
I'm gonna
Yeah,
send
dude,
it to
you
him.
gotta
After
send
the
him to
pod.
him.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's the
love,
dopest.
He is so. He was the first ever big name I ever wrestled a tag team with. You know what I mean? It was me and Rosie and him. Yeah, tag teaming. It was crazy.
yeah.
That's super cool,
Yeah.
man.
See, dude,
Wow.
that's
Think about it. That's crazy.
It's a
that's
small
crazy.
world.
Yeah.
Those connections.
It blows me away that you don't know who you're gonna wrestle till before. I feel like that's just
There's some matches that
insane.
are obviously like in advance. A lot of them, most of the time. But like sometimes it just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That one was. You know what I mean? And that one was a really cool opportunity. Rosie, rest of his soul. He's just an amazing guy too.
I was friends with a guy when I first started comedy. He was doing some of the stuff, but he never popped. Like he never really got off the real low venues. Like I don't even know if he was getting paid. If he was, maybe 50. I don't know. He would do like the guest spot match. He would do a quick match. We would go. It was like a little thing, but I mean, since he had no leverage, people just beat on. Like you could tell it was not sanctioned at all. It would be like in church halls or whatever.
Wrestling or boxing?
Wrestling. Okay. And dude, you could tell he got hurt for real. Like one match, I think his shoulder got popped out of place. Like I feel like you get more fucked up in the come up before you get to the pros.
I can't imagine like the open mic wrestling. Like for us, like open mics are like you go and it's just you're performing for comics and you don't get paid and you're just there to like try out new material basically or to get on stage if you don't have a show. I can't imagine hey, I'm just trying to pay my dues, wrestle for free. God damn, that's tough.
At first you pay your dues. It's a thing you do, right, in every industry. And it just, I'm sorry, I have to go back to it. It's so cool how comedy I just think is it possible you tell a certain joke, you could really just blow up huge?
I think every now and then that's a very small case, but you do see like somebody could blow up off of like 7 seconds or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You have like a crowd work interaction.
yes.
And
'Cause
then,
Wrestling, same way. Like, you could, obviously, I had some spots in the matches where they went viral and shit like that helped me out a lot. The comedy clips really had fans connect to me and really invest in me.
Yeah.
The skits that I do and or if I do regular match promotion, talking to the camera and stuff like that, they feel it, And obviously, in being a wrestler, when their fans are in the audience, and they can feel your match and they can feel your emotion.
Right.
It's connection, most important thing. But some guys, they do one move in a match, it gets 1 million views, and now there's that sensation. So it's similar.
Wow.
The most important thing, I'm assuming in wrestling too, but in comedy, is having a viral moment, but being ready for that moment. I saw an interview with Bert Kreischer where he talked about this, like when his machine story went viral. I mean, it went viral. It's the difference between being a one-hit viral wonder and cultivating a fan base.
Gotcha.
Is like you could go viral, but you might not have any other stand-up online. Or like a podcast clip could go viral. Like we have, 180 episodes that if a clip goes viral,
Yeah, more to watch.
Now we're fans. I got to go and watch like the last 25 episodes.
Gotcha.
And then you're like getting fans as opposed to like, oh, that was funny. And then you're forgot about a week later. Being ready for it is important.
Exactly. And podcasts, I feel like are hard to go viral because it's just like there's so many of them out there. You know, for me, I just feel like do as many as you can. You know, promote yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously hosting is different though because hosting. You gotta have. I mean, I don't know how do you go viral? I mean, I guess just having a big. Star.
Oh, you could be like, look
This
at this
guy right
girl's
here.
tits in comedy. That
Well,
shit will go
actually,
viral.
but you two being comedians having a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, like just people who just want to do podcasts.
I mean, I think a viral clip could just it could be anything, but you want a viral clip that people like
Exactly.
You know, one of these stories that you told, Mike. You know, you never know.
The
you know?
glove. Yeah.
The glove shit might go viral.
Oh yeah, I'm
Let me
definitely gonna
double-check
post that
this,
as a clip, and that'll fucking.
I don't know why I get anxiety. I know I pressed it.
Oh, dude, you're like me again.
It's good.
Oh, dude, that was literally that.
We need a producer.
We do. We need.
No, dude, if you guys
we
can
need
do
a
this.
producer sitting here
Yeah,
to like tell us like, oh yeah, you know.
You guys are great. But yeah, like you guys both stars. It helps your podcast, right?
Yeah.
And you have people come in that are really good, helps your podcast.
Yeah.
But like just people starting out, just, I want to be a podcaster because I love podcasting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very hard. You know what I mean? Unless you get a good guest, you know, or like a major guest like
Vinny Pacifico.
Hey, no.
Come on now, don't forget about it.
I will say the difference between like as a comic now, like you got to have a podcast, you got to do something. But for me and Dom, and I don't want to speak for you, but I love podcasting. But the end goal for podcasting is just being able to do more stand up, where it
correlates.
Yeah. Like I love doing this. I love sitting down with people. And the longer I do it, the more I love it and really enjoy it. But the end goal is still getting a fan base here so that you can
and then watch your stand up.
Yes. Exactly.
Yep.
It's harder, I think, to just pop from stand up alone. You got to have other stuff, whether it's doing sketches online, putting those out, or podcast clips or whatever.
Exactly. And after this podcast, I want to do.
Let's do some sketches for sure.
I do want to do with both.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You guys are hilarious. You know, I think it would be, and I think watching this podcast, you go on Instagram and go on there and go on our pages and you'll see the skit. It's gonna be funny as shit.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, this is kind of a perfect place to wrap. I mean, we usually do an hour. This is an hour and a half now.
Hey,
this flew by, man. I appreciate
you guys
coming
watched
out.
the whole episode. God bless you. Right?
This will be out next Wednesday.
Awesome.
So tell the people where they can find you if you have anything
do
you want them to check out. And yeah, we'll wrap up.
Yeah, well, I mean, everything that's going to be breaking soon is going to be on my Instagram or Twitter. So follow me on Twitter at Vinny Pacifico 1. Follow me on Instagram at Vinny Pacifico. And Facebook is Vinny Pacifico. And TikTok that I don't even use. I don't even know how to use. I don't even.
Oh, dude, you got to start posting your
I know.
shit there, dude. That'll
Vinny
definitely
Pacifico.
pop you.
Yeah.
I think.
Awesome.
Dominic?
It's Dominic Leonelli at Instagram. Check it all out, Dominic Leonelli, and make sure you guys check out Troublemakers every single week.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Great
Private
podcast.
Dry Salami podcast.
You can follow me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. We post a few clips every single week. We are here every Wednesday. We'll see you next week, baby. Good night.
Yeah, this is, I mean, come here.
He asked, "Is your back flat?"
Is your back.
Oh, dude.
Take a good look at the
Yeah,
back.
turn your whole back. Yeah.
Wait,
This
where's
is
the? Oh, sorry.
right
man.
here?
Yeah.
It's usually like lightest.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, did that hurt? Sorry.
No, that was really good.
Okay, cool.
That was shockingly didn't hurt,
Yeah.
but it scared the fuck out of me.
See how loud it is? Like, try it again.
That was loud as hell.
Yeah, try
Oh,
again.
I felt it, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
my
Let's do
God.
one more for good measure.
Okay.
Not bad, right?
Yo! You gotta feel that, dude.
No, dude, I got lower back
Bouncer.
damage. No, I can't.
I'm playing.
Oh, God damn, dude. That fucking stings, but it doesn't really hurt.
It's not terrible.
No.
Obviously, in the ring, it's harder.
Imagine how much it hurts more when you hear Vinny Pacifico after that.